For today's homework, you're gonna be working on just a simple fold and paste and change it from fractions to decimals by using the bottom out strategy, which is to divide. So I'm gonna show you what you should have in your journal. This one is Judith. So your first page, you have the classifying of numbers. Behind that one, she put the other one about the irrational numbers, which is like really for 8th grade. So I'm going to show you your journal in case you're still all confused. You should have an empty page because that's going to be some stuff that I'm going to give you later on. Then we should have fractions as division. Like you should know that A over B means A divided by B, A divided by B, A divided by B, and B can never equal 0. Behind that one, we should have our notes on how to go from fraction to decimal, decimal to percent, or decimal to fraction, fraction to percent, and then percent back to decimal. It's all here. Then same notes again, but now in detail, some explanation. We did a couple of examples. Then you should have decimal to fraction, decimal to percent. We're going to do examples later on. Then we have percent to decimal, percent to fraction, some examples later on. Behind this guy, you're going to put your cards. So I'm going to give you a paper that looks like this. Like this guy. I'm going to fold them like a little book, like a little science fair project thing, right? Display board. So once you do this, so you have now your main fractions that are usually used in the real world, like your halves, thirds, fourths, fifths. These are the most common fractions that we use. Then we're gonna use this for our homework today. So I'm gonna use the same paper. Again, this would be today's notes journal. And show you one more time slowly in case you don't have this, you better talk to me. So you have this guy, behind you have that, empty page, fractions as division. Behind the fractions division, you should have your triangle organizer, how to go from different equivalent forms, fractions, decimals, percents. Then same thing again, fraction to percent, fraction to decimal, explaining to you how to do it. Decimal to fraction, decimal to percent, explaining how to do it. Percent to decimal, percent to fraction, explaining how to do it. Behind this guy, the last one, that's where you're gonna put your cards, your common cards that we use. Now today for homework, you're gonna go home and I'm gonna model right now what you're gonna do in your journal, in your homework journal. Not in this one, homework journal. You have your homework journal? Bring it. So the ones that I already did in the video, but you don't have to do it. So you're gonna put your other journal on the side, and then your homework journal. Make sure you put the date like this young lady already did. So we have half, and you're gonna bottom out. So she already did the work. So 1 divided by 2, that will be 0.5. Let me show you again how to do that in case. So I'm gonna do it again. So bottom out, so this will be 1, 2 outside. When you're dividing, guys, please put the decimal quickly and line it up on the top. Like don't wait, put it quickly. Now 1, would 1 be enough for 2 people? Let's say you have 1 chair, would that be enough for 2 people? No, so I'm gonna put a 0. Now when it's not enough, we add more pieces just by adding zeros. We're making pieces. So I put a 0. Now we have 10 pieces, 10 tens. Now we have 10 pieces. Would that be enough for 2? Yes. Now you think of your times tables. 2 times what gives me 10? You could put them here on the side if you're not sure about the times tables of 2. I'm sure, so it's 2 times 5. And that's how we got 0.5, which matches the card of 0.50. All they did here is they added a 0 like money. And how do they become percent? Twice to the right. 1, 2, 50%. But today we're just focusing on, I want to know if you know how to divide. So there's number 1. How can we number these? This guy will be number 1. This will be number 2. This will be number 3. This one will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We already did 1. Now I'm gonna do number 5, and I'm gonna do number 6. Okay, so you can see I'm choosing the harder ones. So number 5, and the work should look like this, nice and neat. Number 5, they gave me the fraction 1/6. Bottom out, so 6 will go on the outside, 1 on the inside. Put your decimal quickly, and here we go. 1, is that enough for 6? No. Put a 0. 10, is that enough for 6? Yes. So I can do my times tables of 6. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. If I do not know my times tables, do them. Do them on the side, ni modo. And how do I do them? I just count by 6. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 is next. Now, if you know your times tables of 6, you don't have to do this. I know them, so I'm not going to do it. So times 1 would be 6. This becomes a 10. Some of you do not know how to subtract or are having trouble subtracting, so we're regrouping. This becomes a 10. This becomes a 0. 10 minus 6. Count up. 7, 8, 9, 10. I see how many? 4, so it's 4. When you have a remainder and we're trying to make it into decimal, we keep on making pieces. We keep on adding zeros inside the little division symbol. So we drop the 0. Now we have 40. 6 times what gives me 40? Well, my times table is going to be here on the side. That makes it easier for you. I know that 6 times 6 is the best one. That'll be 36. You can't go over 40, guys. Okay? So I regroup again. This becomes 10. This becomes 3. 10 minus 6 is 4. Oh, another remainder. So guess what I do again? You go to the inside of the little house, the long division symbol, and drop another 0. We have 40 again. Well, guess what I'm going to use again? 6. 10 minus 6 would be 4. Oh, otra vez 4. So guess what's going to come out again if I add another 0?
Repeat.
It's going to repeat. So we can stop there. We stop in the thousands. 10, 100, thousands. You can stop there. You know it's a repeater. So I'm going to put a little repeating bar here. And I'm going to put this from straight out. 1, 6 equals 0.166 repeater. This would be the answer for the homework. And I can see how they got that. You see how they got that? There's a bar. Twice to the right would be 1, 2, 16.66 repeater percent. I'm done with number 5. I do a bubble or a line. Now I'm going to do number 6. I don't know if I'm able to fit it, so I'm going to go to the back because that one might take longer. So I'm going to go to the back. I'm doing number 6. Number 6 reads 1/7. Who goes inside? 1, 7, out. Is 1 enough for 7?
No.
No. Is 10 enough for 7?
Yes.
Yes, times what?
1.
1. Now, you can regroup or you can already see it like this. 10 minus 7. And last time I talked about that. I can see already 10 minus 7. 8, 9, 10. How many? 3. Use your fingers. It's okay. Add a 0. We keep on adding zeros until we get to the thousands at least. 30. 7 times what gives me close to 30? If I do not know, I can go to the side and start doing my times tables counting by 7. Like let's say I don't know the times table. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 is next. Then the next one. I do not know my times tables. So it'll be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, I miscounted. Let me try again. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There we go. 7 times 4, 28. 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times 7, 49. 7 times 8. I don't know. Let's pretend. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay to do this quickly. All the way to the 9. That's all you have to do. All the way to the 9. And the reason we have to do all the way to the 9 because we'll never go. We're going place value by place value. So this should never be more than 9. So 7 times what? Which one can we use that does not go over 30?
4.
28, right? So 7 times what? 4. 4 will go on top because it has to be the single digit on the top. And the answer is 28, right? So then I can see here, instead of regrouping, 30 minus 28 will be? 30 minus 28 will be?
2.
2. Okay? Go to the inside of the little house and drop another 0. We keep on dropping zeros, which is making more pieces. 7 times what? Now you have your times tables. This is pretty close, but it went what? Over. So we have to go with 14. 7 times what? 2. This becomes 10, which is a 6, right? Now, Mr. Rivera is fine that you stop in the thousands. If we would have dropped another 0, that's how they get that 8. Just so you know. Because you'll be at 60, and the closest to 60 would be 56. So once you get to the thousands, for my case, you can stop. So I can go 1/7 equals 0.142. Now this one in reality, if we would have continued and continued, okay, just so you know, 1 divided by 7, it would eventually repeat, okay? It will repeat after this, 0.1428571, and then it starts again, 142, so eventually it will repeat, okay? So that's why to stop in the thousands. Questions? So this would be the answer here. Now I can see how they got that 0.142. Because that just cares to the thousands. And if I move this decimal twice to the right, look, 1, 2, it'll be 14.2%. We won't use the 8 because we stopped. Now, if we would have continued and add 0, it would have given us 8. I just like to stop in the thousands. Questions with that 6. So what I just did, you're going to go home and do. And when do you stop? Thousands. If you notice it's a repeater, you put a bar. Now, this one we couldn't tell it's a repeater. Okay? Let me see if I can show you so you can really see it. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I mean that this one eventually will be a repeater, but will be there forever. And I just want to know, okay, stop in the thousands, but look, check it out. Remember that I showed you that eventually we continue to repeat? Here's what I mean. So this guy is a rational number, it's a repeater. A repeating decimal, but we can't tell that fast. Like the other ones we could tell. This one we could not tell. But look. You see that 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, right? And then it starts again. 1, 4, 2, 8, 5. Guess who would be here? 7, 1, 4, 2. So what repeats is all that repeats. It repeats 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, and then again 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, then again 1, 4. So it's a repeater. Okay? Now in your homework you might get something like these that you can quickly tell it's a repeater, like 2 9s. Check this one out. 2 divided by 9. Not enough. Add a 0 times 2 would be 18. Miren, you could tell quickly that this is a repeater. What's 20 minus 18? 2. Add a 0. What came out again? 2. And look, 2018. So guess what? I do another 0. Who's going to come out again? 20. And who's going to be here again?
18.
2. And the 18, you're right, the 18 will be over here. So you could tell that this guy's a repeater with a 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 forever. So some of your homework you'll be able to quickly tell, but make sure by stopping until you get to the thousands. Some of them, like this guy, you're not going to be able to tell and we would have continued. But now you know that it's a repeater also that one. Okay? When something does not repeat or stop, terminating or repeater, those are called irrational numbers. Okay? Like for example, pi would get irrational number or square root of something, but that's more for 8th grade. Okay? So for example, look, this guy, if I go square root of 2, you see that one? That one will never repeat. 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 7, and if we had more space, it will never repeat. It'll be there forever, like a bunch of numbers come out. That is called an irrational number. Okay? Let me see if they have pi here so you can see pi. They don't have it on this one.
Is it like I think I know what the symbol is.
Oh, here it is. There we go.
Yeah, I've seen that symbol before.
Okay, that's pi that we use it for to find the circumference of a circle, the diameter, radius. Okay, so it might look like it repeats like you eventually see that it might repeat, but trust me, then another number comes out. A true repeater, it'll change. Like it won't change, like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or like the one which is the 1, 7, 1, 4, 2, 5, 8, 7, whatever it was, and then 1, 4, 2. They'll repeat for sure. This one, you might think you see that 4 1 and then 4 comes out and you're thinking, oh, it's gonna repeat 4 1 4 1, but then boom 2 comes out. So those are not repeaters, that's why they're called irrational. Okay? And it should be 3.14. I don't know what I did wrong. Let me see. 1 times pi. There we go. I knew there was something wrong with it. That's pi. 3.14592653559. You see, you think, oh, 59 is gonna start repeating, but then something else is gonna come out. This one will never repeat either. Pi, square root of 2, square root of 3. Those won't repeat. Okay, that's what irrational means, and that's for 8th grade. If you look at Judith's notes here in the back, it says irrational numbers right there. Numbers that cannot be written as a fraction for any issue. See the square root of 2, 1.14. That's the one that I just did. Pi, 3.14. They'll never repeat. And the one that we did will repeat. 1/7. Questions? So your homework is to change all the fractions to decimals by bottom out, the way I showed you for those problems. In your homework journal, not in your notes journal, in your homework journal. Your notes journal, you'll use it to be able to know what prompts you're going to do. So your homework is number 2, number 3, number 4. These 2, we did them on the video. So it'll be 9, 8, 7. I gave you the easiest ones to do. And you already have the answers. Now you just have to show me how do we get 0.125 by dividing 1 divided by 8. That's what you're showing me. And most importantly, you show me if you know how to divide. That's what I want to know. Tomorrow when you come in, we're going to exchange journals. And then I'm going to show you my work, and your work should match mine. And if it doesn't match mine, that's when you have to tell me, hey, sir, I have a book that they're confused. Okay? Questions for homework? 6 questions, well, 9 questions, 3 that I'm giving you for free on the video. So make sure you watch the video and copy those 3. You are done with the 3 because I just did it, but go work the other ones. Okay, so here's yours, Judith. You should have 2 stickers already with your name and so that you don't get confused. This is your homework journal. Sometimes we'll do test stuff here. And this is your notes journal, which is the pasting stuff. Thank you.